2 years ago, when I was visiting a dear friend of mine in New York, who is a musician by the way, I had a chance to observe his professional life from behind the scenes. It was such an eye-opening experience because it made me realize how challenging it is to pursue a career in an artistic world. And I wish more people could see that. And this experience inspired me to create this current project called Walks of Life, where I would interview people that I know to talk about their career path, their motivation for doing what they're doing, and their unique behind-the-scenes stories that shape who they are. Hi, my name is Ching, and welcome to Walks of Life. Today the guest is someone that I appreciate very much, and before I introduce him to you guys, now you know it's a him, let's first take a look at this short clip. Now, welcome, Sander.
Yes, hello. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now?
Good. A little bit nervous, a little bit excited, but no, it's amazing to be part of this project, and I think it's amazing what you're doing. So, very excited to be here and to share my story.
Yeah, great. Well, before we get into you, I'm curious to know, maybe you can share with the audience, how did we meet and what's your impression of me at the first meeting?
Yes. Well, we basically met in my dance class that I teach at Lucia Marthas Institute for Performing Arts in Groningen.
Yeah.
I teach a recreational class there of Latin solo. That's where you enter the class basically. And then I think my first impression of you was really that I see that you are a person who is interested and devoted. I can see it like in your eyes the moment, like when I was talking or I was like explaining what we were doing, I could see that you were like always with a smile actually.
Okay.
Always with a smile and eyes that are like really like trying to sink in the information. So I like that very much. And then of course the devotion also comes when we turn to the mirror and we start dancing.
Yeah.
That's when you like start focusing on the work, you ask questions. So that I think is one of the first impressions. And then, of course, when we started meeting up at the food court in Groningen, then and we had our talks, then, of course, really, it came even more through to see that you are like, you're interested in people, you're devoted to what you're doing, you really want to hear what is their stories. So I think that is amazing. So I think that is like my first impression of you, like interested and devoted.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's the ego boost, great. But today is all about you.
Oh.
Yes, and well, before we get into that, I want you to take me all the way back to the very beginning, because you are a professional dancer, and we now even have a picture of you at the age of 9 or 10.
Yes.
Because I read on one of the Instagram posts where you said, at the age of 8, my passion and love for dance started to develop, especially the Latin American style. So there you go, it's a Latin American style.
Yes.
So I wonder if there was any specific moment in your life that you, at that young age, that made you decide, okay, this is my passion, I'm gonna pursue it as a profession.
I don't think that at that age, well, first of all, of course, this is like a picture of me and my dear friend Linda. And this, I think we were going for our diploma. So when you do like competition dancing or like you have to go to bronze, silver, gold, and to eventually get like all your diplomas that you understand the figures and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And this, I think, was one of my first ones. So I think I was going here for my bronze diploma, basically. And yeah, I think already at a young age, when I was 8, before that I was doing, how do you say that? I did, of course, soccer, because my daddy was like the supporter of the soccer team in the town, and I was doing gymnastics.
Okay.
And basically when I was on the soccer field as a child, I was already doing cartwheels and dancing, and so I was not really busy with soccer that much.
Okay.
So and then at one point I started doing country line dancing. I don't know if you know, like with like the boots and the hats and like the Cotton Eye Joe and all this kind of thing. And we had like this very fun group, and I really enjoyed dancing. So I really felt like I enjoyed performing in the town. And then at one point the group got like they quit. So they stopped the group. And then my mom basically said to me, do you like dancing? Do you want to continue dancing? I said like, yes, I love dancing. I think it's very fun. Yeah. And then my mom brought me to Dansschool Randoe, which is like a local dance school, and they're still active, by the way. Okay. And they brought me there. My mom brought me there, and I enjoyed my first dance class. It was so much fun. They really made like a fun class for children, and also basically a Latin solo class to introduce Latin and ballroom dancing to children. Wow. And I loved it. And I think that's when I just went at one point every day, it was always every Wednesday and Thursday. So we always went there. The Wednesday was always like dedicated to the standard dancing, so to like the and the Thursday was to the Latin dancing. So wow. And this is where it started. Yeah. And continue. Yeah,
I was just wondering, when you were first dancing, when you look at yourself in the mirror, were you nervous, or you really looking forward to doing this?
Back then?
Yeah.
Well, that's like the thing. Of course, nowadays we're very much used to, at least the dancing that we do, we're very much using the mirror. Yeah. This is in an old gymnasium. Yeah. So there was no mirrors. We were only like dancing with each other. We were only focusing on partner work, or so we were all like dancing in the space and really already focusing on an audience. We were never really working with mirrors. Okay. So I remember when I went to dance school for the first time, I was teaching, I was looking at the teacher, and I was looking at the teacher like this, and she was like, why are you not looking at the mirror? Or like, why are you like standing so next to me? And I was like, I'm so used to like working like this, so I had to change my vision completely to the mirror and see the teacher and then follow what I was doing, and it was completely different than what I was used to. So
Okay. But those dance classes was initially meant it as a hobby.
Initially was meant it as a hobby.
Right.
Yeah.
And exactly. At what point you decide, okay, I'm gonna do a opleiding, I'm gonna pursue a subject, I'm gonna learn that professionally.
So this actually came later. So first I was of course already like training on a high level with my dance partner, and then I did a school for entertainment. So I went to Spain, and then I did an internship here in the Netherlands at a hotel, which I really enjoyed. And at one point I was like, okay, what do I want to do? What do I want to do now? Because I was only 19 years old, and I was like already like, is instigated the right word? It's instigated to like find your profession at an early age. And I was like, but is this what I want to do? And I really enjoyed entertaining, of course, but so I tried to find like, okay, how can I combine this? And then I saw Lucia Marthas Dance Academy. My trainer from the competition, he was already a teacher at the school, and he said like, maybe you would like to try that out. Is that like an option? Do you sing? Because it's also like triple, so it's like singing, acting, and dancing. So I was like, I can try. Like I never really did it. Like I like it, but I have to try. So then I auditioned, and they hired me, and that's when it basically started. Wow. Yeah. So I was like, I really wanted to see what I can do more with dancing, because my dance partner, she moved to Amsterdam, and I was still living here in Groningen. Yeah. And I was like, I really enjoy dancing. I really like dancing, but the only dancing that I know was ballroom dancing. So I was like, I really want to learn more, and that's where like everything started. And my friends and my family, they were all so supportive, and that was actually really amazing. So from that point on, I was like, I'm gonna do this professionally. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna give it a shot.
What makes dancing so enjoyable? You said, I enjoy dancing very much.
Makes me feel free.
Okay.
I think, especially as a child or as a teenager at one point, I think it was living here in the north as a very free-spirited child was not very easy, like from 90s beginning 2000s, at least for me, and I felt very oppressed and cornered, like this is a boy, this is what a boy should do, and etc. And I never felt that I lived up to those standards. And then I think, and for me, like when I was dancing, I was enjoying the music, like the Latin American music, like you follow the class, like it's so uplifting, it's so happy, it's so beautiful, like from a beautiful romantic rumba to a happy samba, like it just immediately makes me smile. So this is what I felt already from a young age, and I enjoyed that so much. So
it's very energetic.
Exactly, it's energetic, and it makes me feel free, and that's what I like so much about it.
Yeah. And tell me about the trainings that you've done. Is it very challenging? Because I went to Lucia Marthas, and I saw a room filled with like gym equipment.
Yeah.
it looks very intimidating. So tell me about, is it hard work?
It's definitely hard work.
Okay.
Now, it's very good that like the school provides this kind of equipment, because the long training hours that you have at the dance academy, basically from Monday till Friday, sometimes even on Saturday and Sunday, are very, very hard. Like, it's long days. You start sometimes, you have to be at dance class at like ballet, for example, in the morning at 8:30, but you cannot be there at 8:30. You have to be there before, because you have to like prepare your body. You cannot just like start immediately, so you have to prepare. And then we always had long days, sometimes till 6, sometimes till 8, because you also had like internship rehearsals. And yeah, it was very intense, but you have this amazing community, and where you can feel safe, where you work together with your group. And of course sometimes it's hard, and sometimes not always easy, but so that, for example, like the room like that, to have like this equipment room that you can still work out and train, because not only dancing will make your body strong or ready for what is coming.
Yeah.
So it's amazing that the school provides this kind of spaces.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a lot of devotion, it's a lot of hard work.
What's the most challenging part for you personally?
About dancing?
About this training.
About the training?
Yeah. When you were at the school.
Ooh. Let me think. I think, I'm not going to say that there were no challenges. I'm not going to say that
not
was
for
like,
you, because you're so enjoying it.
It's yeah, of course, in a way, yes, because I already came like to school later. Most of my classmates, they started when they were like 17, 18. Yeah. I started at 21, which is basically like one of the latest ages that you can enter in the school. Okay. But because before that I already had like done so many different, I've done my education, I did like entertainment, I was already working, and then all of a sudden I stopped working, and all of a sudden like devoted everything to my life as a dancer.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It just felt for me so crazy. Like, I come from this small town, and you watch like people on television, or you go to a musical and you see these shows, and you're like, oh my god, it's so cool. And all of a sudden it was a possibility for me to be one of those people. No. To reach that fame by working really hard. So the hard working for me was actually like something that I really, really wanted. So I didn't mind that I had to go to bed late. I think the only thing maybe was difficult in the beginning was to adjust to that lifestyle, to really adjust, to feel the changes, and to work so hard. And at one point, like in the beginning, I was still living with my parents at home. So I had to travel after class still for half an hour, 45 minutes to go home, then eat, go to bed, the next day wake up extra early. So at one point I said, like, I have to move to Groningen, because like I cannot stay. It's difficult to do this every morning and to stay motivated. Yeah. So at one point I moved in an apartment in Groningen. Okay. And and then it became even easier. Yeah. So,
I didn't know that before you entered the dance school, you already worked, and basically you know what you want, and no matter how difficult this program is, you're gonna go through it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So the working experience really made it clear for you. Yeah. Dancing is something I want to pursue professionally.
Exactly. Because even at one point I started a program to become I would say it, like a professional trainer, PTer, and then I wanted to go towards physiotherapy, which I was like, okay, I find this interesting to learn more about the body. But at one point I became so down, and I was like, I don't think this is what I wanted to do. I was doing the education in Heerenveen. So this program was amazing, but it was just not my thing. And then when I heard about the dance school, and my dance teacher from the training, from my competition training, basically said to me like, Sander, would you like to pursue this? And all of a sudden I started glowing again, and I felt like, I was like, okay, I think this is what I'm meant to do. Yeah. And I did, and felt amazing. So yeah, like it's not like that I came from school and I was like, I have dance training, and that was it. I first already did many other things, and I worked for a year, and it was not what I wanted. Yeah, nice. Yeah. You said that you like entertaining. You like entertaining yourself or other people? Other people. Oh, not yourself. Not necessarily like entertaining myself. No, other people. Ah, okay. I think I remember like one of my first big internships via Lucia Marthas was musicals in concert. Yeah. And it was choreography by Stanley Burleson and Ivo Chundro, and it was amazing. We were like worked really hard. We were performing with all these amazing musical stars, big names that I really looked up to, and it was in the Ziggo Dome. And I remember we were like downstairs. We rehearsed like for weeks. We were ready to do it, and Ivo, one of the choreographers, he comes to me and he says like, or to all of us, and he says like, guys, remember like when you get out there, it's gonna be so overwhelming. Please be careful and like make sure that you like stay awake and that that you don't let it overwhelm you. And I remember it's like, it's gonna be fine. And we ran up that stage and we go up there and I hear the people shouting and screaming, and I was really like, it felt like I was in a slow motion moment, and I was like, oh my god, wow, this is amazing. And it didn't let it overwhelm me, but it was just that moment. I still see it so clear. I see all these people. It felt like an ocean of people looking at us, and then I was like, I cannot say this. Let's effing do this. And we did it, and it was an amazing show. We enjoyed it so much, and I think I was like, okay, this is the dream, living the dream.
Wow.
That moment when you see that people are enjoying, you can see that you are giving that people, those people like the energy, that they're shouting, that they're clapping, that they're laughing, that they're crying. If you're part of that, I think that is something that I really, really enjoy. To give them that experience.
Wow. Yeah. If someone, let's say a young person, would approach you, say, Sander, I would really like to become a dancer, a professional dancer. What kind of advice would you give them?
I think if somebody really, really wants to do it, like the only thing I can do is like to support it. And I think the advice that I would give is like really go for it, work hard. Dedicate yourself, focus, enjoy also. So let's not do it from like this fear, but really to put your teeth in it and enjoy every moment of it. Yeah, and really believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, I think that's basically one of the only things you need. Like, of course, it's amazing if other people believe in you, but if you don't believe in yourself from the start, then it's gonna be a hard road.
Nice. Okay, let's talk about Dancing with the Stars, because you were a teacher at I signed up for the course at ACLO. And I didn't know that you participated in such big TV dance program in Belgium until someone told me, and I googled you on YouTube and I said, oh my god, this guy is amazing. Because
so sweet, thank you.
Yes,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, so tell me, how did you end up in this program?
Yeah, well, it's actually a long journey. Of course, I was already, as a professional dancer, working. I did different shows, and at that moment when they announced that Dancing with the Stars in Belgium was coming, and it was with Koen Brouwers and Rumiana de Haan, which are basically my dance teachers since I was 14. And they were my dance teachers at Lucia Marthas, so I know them already for a long time. Amazing choreographers, amazing teachers. And I saw that they announced it. So I was on tour in Germany with Hans Klok, House of Horror, and one of my colleagues, Björk Gunnarsdottir, you know Björk. Back then it was a colleague, now it's one of my close friends. So we were both on tour in Germany, and then we saw separately on Facebook the announcement. The announcement, thank you. So then I was like, okay, I think I'm just gonna try. Why not? Because that was like one of the shows before I started like on a high level competition, dancing basically with my partner. I watched that show with Koen and Rumiana and many other amazing dancers at Dancing with the Stars in the Netherlands in the beginning of the 2000s. So I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, it's so cool to see this. And then I saw that they were being the creatives, the head choreographers, and they were looking for people to do it. I was like, oh my god, is it gonna be like full circle now? Am I gonna like do this? So I signed up for the audition, and Björk also did. And then we started training in Germany to prepare ourselves for the audition together. And then I did the audition. I think it was 3 or 4 rounds. Beginning round we had I think it was 2 rounds. So the first round we just had to dance. We had to dance with all different kind of dancers and different kind of choreographies, different styles. No, not only ballroom dancing, also jazz, and because they wanted to give it like a new hip version to also do different dance styles. And And then we had the second round, it was like a teaching round, so we had to teach and we had to do interviews, we had to talk in front of like cameras, and how did that go and how did you feel, and then basically I got the call that I was hired. So
wow, and also
amazing.
Björk.
And Björk also, and many amazing dancers, many of my friends now, first colleagues and now really close friends.
Wow.
So we really became a family together.
Yeah.
Beautiful. This journey has been amazing, and like I said before, like for me it's full circle, because as a kid I watched this show, Dancing with the Stars, and I saw my idols. I saw them and I thought like they are amazing, and now I'm participating in the show as one of those stars, and
it's a dream come true.
So it's a dream come true.
Yeah.
So even though I've had amazing experience and I've worked with some amazing choreographers and been in awesome shows, yeah, for me this is like the full circle, from a little ballroom dancing boy
to be part of it.
To be part of it, like that was, yeah, it's amazing.
Hey, so this is on your Instagram page.
Yes.
And this is, I guess, one of the moments during the Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
Because you said something here. It's a beautiful thing when a career and a passion come together. Exciting things are coming up. So what's the behind the scenes story here? And how, let me ask first, how does it feel when a career and a passion come together?
For me, it feels amazing, like that I can really, like for example here right now, like this picture is taken by Kelly Pfaff, one of the participants of the show, and we were just having such a good time. Like the amazing thing is that like I was working, but it doesn't feel like working. It feels like I am doing everything that I want to do. It's my passion. I'm dancing. I'm meeting new people. It's fun. We get like dressed up in amazing outfit and design. We work with talented choreographers. We work with amazing judges. So everything felt great. And I think around this time I just came back from a lot of traveling. So I went to Orlando, I went to Cuba for the first time to really learn the basics of salsa, to really work through that. I just went to Istanbul, I did Dancing with the Stars, I did a family trip. I was about to go to Disneyland, because I think it also says like dreams come true, and when you wish upon a star. and I was about to do my first musical, so there was like all amazing news. So I felt on
Super
top,
excited.
like I could not do anything else than jump. Like I was like, oh my god, everything is going amazing.
You're on the top of the world.
Exactly, I was on top of the world. Yeah.
Okay, so Sander, tell me what you do right now as a professional dancer, because you are a teacher.
Yes.
And is it sufficient to make a living out of just teaching, or do you also have to do other side jobs?
It is possible right now. For now, I'm mostly teaching, so I have like some side jobs, but mostly this year I decided to teach because I've been working very hard since I finished my studies. I've been just working nonstop, so I didn't really have time for family. I didn't really have time for friends. It was really dedicated, and of course I'm very happy about it, because it was like I achieved so much for myself and all the things that I wanted to do as a dancer. And then at one point in my last season of Dancing with the Stars, I got many infections in my throat, so I had to take my tonsils out, remove my tonsils, because almost every month I got like infection. And that's when I decided, like this year, so this is my first year of full teaching. So I was like, it's time for me to really do this for a year and just to live off this, and I did great, and I enjoyed it very much. Of course, I really still want to like dance myself while I still can at my age right now. But I'm very happy that I can support myself like that. Yeah.
At the age right now, do you mean for dancers till a certain age, then you can't?
Well, I think at one point, for the intensity of what for example, a show like Dancing with the Stars is like such an intense program to do, and right now I still feel able to do it, but maybe when I'm hopefully 45 or something, or maybe it's not that attractive anymore to do it for myself. Maybe it's not something that I want to pursue anymore, or maybe it's something that my body physically cannot do. I don't know. But while I still can, like, who knows? Maybe I'm gonna break a leg tomorrow. Let's not hope.
Break a leg. Good luck.
But you never know. Like, so like while I still can, I want to still enjoy dancing myself as well. But I really, because I only have my teacher's degree for like 2 years now, and I didn't expect that I thought teaching was so amazing. I was always very focused on like I want to like entertain the people. I want to be like busy dancing, and now that I've got my degree via Lucia Marthas also, I'm very, very happy because I didn't know that sharing my passion in this way was as fulfilling as being on that stage. So and to like I have actually like from class, like I carry it always with me, like the card that you guys made me, and I can look at it every once in a while. I have it in my bag, and to see how people are inspired or motivated or even just there to say like, oh my god, every time when you teach, like I just get a smile on my face. So even if I have a bad day, I come back with like, I go home with a smile. I'm like, I think I've done my job right. So yeah, I really enjoy that. I'm really enjoying it as a teacher as well. So I'm happy that I can support myself like this.
Yeah, the students are also super happy. I mean, you are an amazing performer if you search, on YouTube. But in the class, it's the vibe, the energy is just wonderful, and students they're really happy to go to the class. Me being one of them. And it just feels like, oh, it's Thursday again. We have Sander in the evening. Great. Let's start this day, that you have something to look forward to. So you are an amazing teacher. Thank you, Sander.
I'm happy to hear that.
I do have a question about choreography.
Yeah.
Are all dancers naturally good at making a dance piece? Are they just naturally a choreographer?
No.
Okay.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
I think there are amazing dancers that are also good choreographers. There's also amazing choreographers that are not maybe even great dancers.
Oh.
So anything is possible. Like it just depends on like some people, they are maybe amazing at seeing how to fit everything together. So maybe they can choreograph for 20 people to see like how it works aesthetically pleasing for the eye, like to go in this piece into this place. But yeah, it's not necessary that they're also immediately good choreographers or the other way around.
Okay. And how do you develop your dance piece? Do you have a structure,
Not necessarily, but like if I look at it, I think like I like to, if I work on this, I like to work from a concept. So to know what it's about, to have the story clear. Then of course I need to see like where I'm gonna start. Like for example, Dancing with the Stars, see like, do I work on stage? Do I go on the floor? Do I start in the middle, in the front? Do we start together? Do we start separate? Like it's all part to think about. Also thinking about like, what did I choreograph before? I cannot start like every choreography on the same spot, so I have to keep that also in account. What did I do?
And what kind of style?
And what kind of style? The style is basically given. So we hear from the program, from the show, like what style.
Yeah.
So then basically we work that out, and then I'm starting to see pieces, and of course I know like you have your vocabulary, you have your, like some of the steps, like for samba there's like a botafogo, there's a batucada, there's a cruzeiro samba walks, there's all different kind of steps that you have that you can use to build up your choreography. Then you have to think maybe of some lift work, and when everything then comes together, hopefully, and you work it out with your colleagues. And then it depends if you have just a duet or if you have to make a group piece. That also depends on it.
Yeah, in itself, it's also a very artistic and creative process. Yeah, wow.
It really is.
Amazing.
It really is.
Yeah. You mentioned just now that if you have time, you would go to the gym. If we look at dancers, they all have, amazing bodies. Do you have any like exercises or exercise routines or diets that you do that you can share with us?
Well, I worked at one point with one of my dear friends, Nina. She's a personal trainer, and she gave me like this training schedule. So I work mostly on those exercises. I'm not a person who really goes towards today I train my back, today I train my arms. Maybe I should, but I prefer to train a little bit overall body because I'm also dancing almost every day. So really, my body's already exhausted and very hardworking. So in a different way. So I already try to just work through those exercises.
Can I have the routine of Nina that I can try out?
Yes. No, like I think like I work. She gave me some good exercises to
squats.
Squats, definitely squats. I prefer also to work a little bit like on the the glutes, of course, to keep the butt strong. I definitely work on core, because if I do lifts, I have to make sure that my core is strong, because otherwise I feel that I'm very flexible in my middle, so I have to really make sure that my core is strong. Shoulders, arms, little bit of chest, a little bit of everything.
You look amazing.
Thank you very much. No, but I think like one of the things, like of course we're very used to, we're coming from a world where like dancers, they have to have these amazing, strong, beautiful physiques. And I have to admit that I don't fully agree with it, because I think like of course it's important that you are strong enough for what you want to do, but we should come in all different shapes and sizes. I think that's very important. I think like there's amazing dancers that maybe not have the physique that people necessarily think of as a dancer, and they're still great, amazing, and super talented. So yeah, but yeah, this is what I do for myself, and I think everybody has their own routine, and what works for them. And,
nice. And you just mentioned that this is very physically challenging because you dance every day. How do you also relax your body and give it a reboot?
Yeah, well, I prefer to, I have a gym. The gym that I go to has a sauna and steam room also, so I prefer to use those like after. Stretching, of course, very important. There was a time I was also doing like a little bit of meditation, but I'm not very good at it, to really relax my mind and my body. But
you don't have to be good at meditation.
Yeah, but I don't have the patience for it. It's difficult for me. So I prefer then to be like in a steam room or in the sauna or something, and then I just sit and I massage my body and make sure that everything relaxes, that my mind relaxes in this way. It's perfect for me.
That's a way of meditation as well, right?
Exactly. Maybe like that's my meditation.
Yeah,
exactly. It's my meditation. And yeah, of course, to after a hard workout, to really stretch. Especially like when I become older, I really see that, like, for example, 10 years ago, it was so easy. I barely had to stretch anything because my body, I was already stretching all the time, and it was very easy for me to heal. And now it takes more time. I really need to like use that time because my body is also getting older, and so that is definitely something that I have to take more time for.
To take care of your body.
To take care of the body.
Because this is what you work with.
Exactly.
Right?
This is my job.
Exactly.
So, exactly.
Let's move to the future.
Oh, wow. Already? Can we not stay in the present?
That's a very good one. We are.
Exactly. I'm trying.
Yeah. Any exciting projects coming up? Are there more Dancing with the Stars or similar projects?
There is a similar project. Not a similar project. There is a project coming up that I'm working on right now. Unfortunately, I cannot say anything about it now. But it's not going to be in Belgium. It's going to be in the Netherlands.
Ah, okay.
So it's something that I'm working on, but I still have to figure some things out.
Okay.
But I'm very excited for it. It's after the summer, so, and right now, I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm like working on right now, and I'm just excited for the new school year. Also, I'm excited to see my new students. And
are you gonna continue teaching?
Of course, I'm gonna continue teaching. Definitely. Yeah. No. Like after this full year, I really learned that this is one of my bigger passions. Like I said, I love being on stage. I love to entertain, but teaching and to share that passion and to share my knowledge is actually one of the things that I enjoy equally, maybe even more. So
if you're really doing your job with a true passion, other people can really feel it. And you're passing on this positive energy that also inspires them to do the things that they feel passionate about.
Exactly.
I think that's the most beautiful thing that you can give to your students.
I think so too. I want to keep on sharing.
That's great. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Sander, for joining my very first episode.
Yes, here on
like
the cameras.
Yes,
together here with Jarno, if we are allowed to mention him.
Yes, please. I want to thank Jarno, our cameraman, who is behind all the screens. And well, thank you so much for tuning in. And of course, we're shooting this in Noorderlink in their studio. So I want to thank Henk for your support that we're allowed to use the studio here. And for people who are in Amsterdam or in Groningen, you have the chance to join Sander's dance class. So if you're interested, we will put the link somewhere. I don't know where yet, but we'll make sure that you can find us. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or send it to us. We will see whether we have maybe another time to shoot another section for answering the questions. But for now, thank you so much for watching and see you next time.